Welcome to Wealthfinity's Mastering Countries by Inflation channel, where we delve into the world of global economics and provide insights on how inflation impacts different countries. Inflation is a critical economic indicator that affects everything from purchasing power to interest rates, and it can have a significant impact on financial markets and investments. Our channel aims to help you understand inflation and its implications for various countries, so you can make informed financial decisions and stay ahead of the curve. With a team of experts in economics and finance, we bring you in-depth analysis, data-driven research, and up-to-date news on inflation across the world. Whether you are an investor, entrepreneur, or simply interested in economics, our channel will provide you with valuable insights to help you navigate the ever-changing economic landscape. So join us on this journey of mastering countries by inflation, and let's unlock the secrets of the global economy together. Inflation can have a significant impact on the lives of people in the affected countries. Rising prices can make it harder for people to afford basic necessities like food, housing, and healthcare. Inflation can also make it harder for businesses to plan for the future, as the value of their assets and liabilities can change rapidly. As the global economy continues to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, inflation has become a growing concern for many countries. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is increasing over time. High inflation can lead to a decrease in the purchasing power of a country's currency, which can negatively impact its economy and the well-being of its citizens. In this video, we will discuss the countries with the highest inflation rates in 2023. Venezuela. Venezuela is currently experiencing the highest rate of inflation in the world. According to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the country's inflation rate was 6,500% in 2021. The country has been facing a severe economic crisis for several years, caused by a combination of factors such as falling oil prices, political instability, and corruption. The government has resorted to printing money to finance its expenses, which has led to hyperinflation and a sharp decline in the value of the national currency, the bolivar. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is another country that has faced hyperinflation in the recent past. The country's inflation rate reached a peak of 837.5% in July 2020, but has since fallen to 112.6% as of January 2022. The country has a long history of economic turmoil, including political instability, sanctions, and poor economic policies. The government has attempted to address the problem by introducing a new currency, the Zimbabwean dollar, which has helped to stabilize the economy to some extent. South Sudan. South Sudan, a country that has only been independent since 2011, has been experiencing high inflation rates due to political instability, a lack of infrastructure, and a heavy reliance on imports. In 2020, the inflation rate in South Sudan was over 100%. Lebanon. Lebanon is another country facing high inflation, with an inflation rate of 102% in 2021. The country has been facing a severe economic crisis since 2019, caused by a combination of factors such as political instability, corruption, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The crisis has led to a significant devaluation of the national currency, the Lebanese pound, and a rise in prices of basic goods. Argentina. Argentina has a long history of economic instability and inflation. The country's inflation rate was 50% in 2021, according to the IMF. The country has been facing economic challenges such as high levels of public debt, political instability, and weak economic policies. The government has attempted to address the problem by implementing fiscal and monetary policies, but these measures have had limited success. Sudan. Sudan has been experiencing high inflation rates since the 1990s, with an inflation rate of over 200% in 2020. The country's inflation has been caused by a combination of factors, including political instability, economic mismanagement, and sanctions imposed by Western countries. Iran. Iran is currently facing high inflation, with an inflation rate of 50% in 2021, according to the IMF. The country has been facing economic sanctions for several years, which have severely affected its economy. The government has tried to address the problem by increasing interest rates and introducing price controls, but these measures have had limited success. Angola. Angola has been experiencing high inflation rates since the 1990s, with an inflation rate of over 25% in 2020. The country's inflation has been caused by a combination of factors, including political instability, falling oil prices, and a heavy reliance on imports. Nigeria. Nigeria has been experiencing high inflation rates since the 1980s, with an inflation rate of over 15% in 2020. The country's inflation has been driven by a combination of factors, including falling oil prices, political instability, and a lack of economic diversification. Turkey. Turkey has been experiencing high inflation rates since 2018, with an inflation rate of over 14% in 2020. The country's inflation has been driven by a combination of factors, including political instability, economic mismanagement, and a large public debt. These countries are not the only ones facing high inflation rates in 2023, as many other nations are also struggling with rising prices. Inflation is a complex issue, and its causes vary from country to country. However, some common factors that contribute to high inflation include political instability, weak currency, high levels of debt, and economic mismanagement. High inflation rates can have a significant impact on a country's economy, including decreasing purchasing power, reducing the standard of living, and destabilizing financial markets. The countries mentioned above are just a few examples of nations struggling with high inflation rates. However, with the right policies, economic diversification, and political stability, it is possible to bring inflation under control and create a more prosperous and stable economy. In conclusion, mastering countries by inflation is a crucial skill for anyone interested in economics, finance, or global business. Inflation is a fundamental factor that affects the overall health of an economy and can impact everything from prices to interest rates to the value of a country's currency. In this YouTube video, we learned about the countries with the highest and lowest inflation rates, and how these rates have changed over time. By understanding inflation and its impact on different countries, we can make more informed decisions about investments, trade, and other economic activities. It's essential to keep a close eye on inflation rates to identify potential risks and opportunities. With the knowledge gained from this video, we can now better appreciate the complexity of global economics and make more informed decisions in our personal and professional lives.